Welcome to Pet's Joy Moments. Are you ready to uncover the hidden wisdom of the wild? Today, we bring you 15 animal fairy tales that explore the secrets of the wild. In the heart of nature, animals embark on thrilling adventures, teaching us about courage, kindness, and the magic of the natural world. From the clever tricks of the fox to the wisdom of the owl, these tales will inspire, entertain, and reveal the mysteries of the wild. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into a world where nature comes to life through storytelling. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pet's Joy Moments for more magical fairy tales. Story: The Lion in the Trap. Deep in the heart of the savannah, a mighty lion roamed, strong and fearless. He believed no one could ever outsmart or capture him. But one day, he ventured too far from his territory. "Lion, no one dares to challenge me. I am the king of this land, swift and powerful." The lion tried to jump out, but the walls were too steep. Just as panic began to set in, he noticed a group of small animals nearby, a clever fox among them. Well, looks like even a king can make mistakes." Lion, gritting his teeth, "I don't need your jokes. I need a way out." The fox had an idea. He convinced the other animals to gather rocks, dropping them into the pit. Slowly, the lion used them to climb higher, until he finally leaped out. Stones tumbling into the pit, the lion's paws landing heavily, a victorious roar. Lion, breathing heavily, eyes full of gratitude. "I never thought I'd say this, but thank you, Fox. Even kings need a little help sometimes." The lion learned that strength alone wasn't enough. Sometimes wisdom and teamwork were just as powerful. From that day on, he ruled not just with might, but with intelligence. A true king values more than just strength. I will never underestimate the power of cleverness again. And so, the lion became wiser, knowing that true power lies not just in strength, but in intelligence and trust in others. What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments. Story: The Sparrow and the Rice Field. In a vast countryside, a golden rice field stretched as far as the eye could see. In the bright blue sky, a little sparrow flew around, its eyes sparkling with excitement as it spotted the delicious rice grains. "Wow, these rice grains are big and beautiful. I'm going to have a great meal." The sparrow swooped down and pecked at the rice stalks, but as it tried to carry them away, the grains kept falling to the ground. "Oh no! Why can't I carry these grains back to my nest?" Just then, a tiny ant was struggling to drag a single grain of rice across the ground. Seeing the sparrow's frustration, the ant stopped and smiled. "Are you having trouble? Why not carry one grain at a time like me?" "But that would take so long." "Yes, but it ensures you don't lose anything." The sparrow thought for a moment, then decided to follow the ant's advice. Although it seemed slow, one by one, the grains of rice were safely carried back to its nest. "Sparrow, do it like the ant. One grain, then another." Thanks to its perseverance, the sparrow's nest was now filled with delicious golden rice. It smiled happily, realizing that hard work always brings great rewards. "I did it. Thank you, ant, for your valuable lesson. Hard work and patience always lead to great results." And so, the sparrow learned an important lesson. Perseverance and hard work always lead to great rewards. If you want to achieve something, don't rush. Take it step by step. Story: The Dolphin and the Golden Beach. On a vast golden beach where the waves kissed the shore, a playful dolphin named Nala leaped joyfully through the sparkling blue sea. She loved the ocean, but even more, she loved helping those in need. "The waves are so gentle today. It's a perfect day for adventure." Suddenly, a small sea turtle named Leo struggled against the strong current, unable to reach the shore. He cried out for help, his tiny flippers exhausted. "Help! The waves are too strong. I can't reach the shore." "Hang on, little friend. I'm coming." Nala swam beneath Leo and gently lifted him onto her back. Using her powerful tail, she surged through the waves, carrying the little turtle toward the shore. I'm safe. Thank you, Nala." "You're welcome. We all need a helping hand sometimes." As they reached the shore, Leo climbed onto the warm sand, his tiny body finally safe from the rough sea. He turned to Nala with a grateful smile. "I don't know how to thank you, Nala." "No need for thanks. Just remember to help others when you can." Leo never forgot Nala's kindness. From that day on, he helped other small creatures who needed a hand, just like Nala helped him. One day, I'll help someone just like you helped me. That's the spirit, Leo. Kindness makes the world a better place. And so, the dolphin and the turtle reminded us that kindness and helping others can make the world a better place. Even the smallest act of kindness can create a big impact. Story: The Wolf and the Rooster. In a deep, shadowy forest, a cunning and hungry wolf named Vargo prowled through the trees. His fur was dark gray, his eyes sharp, and his stomach growled with hunger. "Tonight I must find something to eat." "Ah, what do we have here?" Not far from the forest, on a peaceful farm, lived a proud and clever rooster named Rico. His bright red feathers shone under the morning sun, and his golden tail glimmered as he stood atop the wooden fence. "Rico, Rooster. The farm is safe under my watch. No sneaky creature can fool me." One evening, Vargo the wolf crept near the farm and spotted Rico. His mouth curled into a sly grin as he devised a trick to lure the rooster down from his high perch. "Oh, mighty rooster, I bring great news. The animals have declared peace with the wolves. Come down, and we shall celebrate together." A wolf bringing peace? That sounds suspicious. But Rico was not so easily fooled. He decided to trick the wolf in return. "Oh, what wonderful news. But before I come down, could you do me a favor?" "Of course. Anything for my dear friend." "Go wake up the farmer's dogs and tell them about this peace. They would love to celebrate with you." The moment Vargo heard the growls of the waking dogs, his eyes widened in fear. With a yelp, he turned and bolted back toward the dark forest, his tail tucked between his legs. "Dogs. No. I must get out of here. Next time, wolf, don't take me for a fool." And so, the clever rooster outwitted the cunning wolf. This story reminds us that courage and quick thinking are often more powerful than brute strength. Story: The Leopard and the Wind. In the golden plains of the African savanna, there lived a magnificent leopard named Zari. He was the fastest creature in the land, his golden yellow fur shimmering under the sun as he ran across the grasslands with lightning speed. "Zari, no one in this land can match my speed. I am the ruler of the wind." One day, as Zari admired his reflection in the water, a soft voice whispered through the air. It was the wind, unseen but powerful. "Fast, are you? But can you outrun me?" "Zari, I can outrun anything. I accept your challenge." With a gust of wind, the race began. Zari sprinted forward, his powerful legs propelling him like a streak of golden lightning. But the wind was everywhere, rushing past him, twisting around him, pushing against him. "I won't lose. I am the fastest." "Wind, are you sure? I touch every corner of this land, while you have only your legs." As the race went on, Zari felt his strength fading. He pushed harder, but the wind only grew stronger, slipping past him effortlessly. rushing through trees, across rivers, over mountains. No, I can't be beaten. Wind, you are fast, Zari, but speed alone does not make one the greatest. Finally, Zari collapsed onto the soft grass, defeated. The wind, gentle once more, whispered a final lesson. Even the fastest must bow to something greater. Strength is knowing when to be humble. Bowing his head, humbled, I understand now, speed alone is not everything. And so Zari learned that true greatness is not just about being the fastest. It is about wisdom, humility, and knowing that some forces are greater than oneself. Story: The Owl and the Secret of the Night. In the heart of the ancient forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind, lived an old and wise owl named Noctis. With piercing golden eyes and feathers as soft as moonlight, Noctis was the guardian of knowledge, watching over the creatures of the night. Noctis, owl, calm, wise. The night holds many secrets, but wisdom is the key to understanding them. One evening, a little firefly named Luma fluttered desperately through the woods. Her light, once bright, had started to fade, and she no longer knew how to find her way home. Oh no, my light is dimming. How will I find my family in the dark? Noctis. Do not fear, little one. The darkness is not your enemy. It is a place full of hidden paths. Instead of simply guiding Luma home, Noctis wanted to teach her how to navigate the night herself. He gently flapped his wings and led her to a quiet, moonlit pond. Noctis. Look at the water, little one. The stars above are reflected below. The night has its own map. Learn to read it. Lum. The stars, they are like tiny lanterns in the sky. Luma began to see the patterns in the night sky. She realized that even without her glow, she could use the stars and the moon to find her way home. I see it now. The stars can guide me just like my own light once did. Noctis. Knowledge is a light that never fades, little one. Now go and share what you have learned. With a heart full of gratitude, Luma flew high into the night, following the stars home. Noctis smiled to himself, knowing that another soul had found its way through the darkness. Joyful calling out, "Thank you, Noctis. I will always remember your wisdom." Noctis softly to himself, and so, another secret of the night is passed on. And so, Luma learned that even when our own light fades, knowledge can guide us through the darkness. True wisdom is not just in knowing, it is in sharing that knowledge to help others find their way. Story: The Fox and the Rainbow. In a vast forest, there lived a clever but greedy fox. One day after the rain, it saw a magnificent rainbow stretching across the sky. Wow! Everyone says there's treasure at the end of the rainbow. If I find it, I'll be the richest animal in the forest. Determined, the fox set off to reach the end of the rainbow. It ran through fields, crossed streams, but the further it went, the farther the rainbow seemed. Why is this happening? I've run so far, but I'm still not at the end of the rainbow. After a long day of chasing the rainbow, the fox was exhausted and collapsed under a tree. I've been running all day, but the rainbow keeps moving. Maybe the treasure isn't real. Just then, a little bird perched nearby and smiled at the fox. Did you know? A rainbow is just light reflecting off raindrops. The real treasure is appreciating what you already have. Fox, eyes widening. So I wasted my time chasing something that was never real, instead of enjoying what I already had. From that day on, the fox no longer chased after distant dreams. Instead, it learned to appreciate what it had and lived a happier life. I won't chase illusions anymore. True happiness comes from appreciating what's already around me. And that's the story of the fox and the rainbow. Sometimes we chase after things that seem valuable, only to realize that the real treasures were with us all along. Have you ever experienced this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Story: The Elephant and the Golden Bracelet. Deep in a lush jungle, there lived a kind and gentle elephant named Tara. One day, while walking near the riverbank, she saw something shiny buried in the sand. It was a beautiful golden bracelet. Tara: "Oh, what a beautiful bracelet. I wonder who lost it." As Tara picked up the bracelet, a mischievous monkey swung down from the trees, his eyes filled with greed. Monkey: "Wow, Tara, that bracelet is pure gold. You should keep it for yourself and sell it for something valuable." "No, monkey. It doesn't belong to me. Someone must be looking for it. I need to return it." Tara ignored the monkey's advice and decided to find the bracelet's owner. She walked through the jungle, asking the animals if they had lost it. "Tara? Excuse me, have you seen anyone looking for a lost bracelet?" Parrot: "No, but I heard a human crying near the village. Maybe you should check there." Tara reached the village and saw a young girl crying by the river. Girl, wiping tears: "I lost my mother's golden bracelet. It was a gift from her." Tara smiling kindly, extending the bracelet. "Is this the one you lost?" The girl's face lit up with happiness. She hugged Tara's trunk and thanked her. Girl, grateful: "Thank you, kind elephant. I will never forget your honesty and kindness. Helping others is the greatest treasure." And so Tara returned to the jungle with a heart full of joy. She knew that honesty and kindness were worth more than gold. Story: The Weasel and the Falling Leaf. One crisp autumn day, a curious weasel named Theo was wandering through the forest. The leaves were changing colors, and a gentle breeze was blowing through the trees. Theo, observing the falling leaves: "I wonder why the leaves fall when the wind blows. I should understand this better." As Theo stood watching, a leaf drifted gracefully toward the ground. It twisted and turned with the wind, moving in unpredictable ways. The leaf seems to be dancing with the wind. It doesn't fall straight down. I must learn to move like the leaf, flexible and free." After observing for a while, Theo decided to try moving like the leaf. He ran through the forest, using his body to flow with the wind, just like the leaf he had watched. "I will move like the wind. I will adapt to what the forest gives me." As Theo practiced, he became more and more fluid in his movements, adapting to the ever-changing wind and shifting terrain. Soon, he was darting through the forest with ease, his body flowing like the leaves he had once observed. "Theo, I've learned to move with the wind. I can adapt to anything the forest throws at me." From that day forward, Theo understood the lesson the falling leaf had taught him. Life, like the wind, was always changing. To thrive, he needed to adapt and move with it. The leaf showed me that I must be flexible and adaptable, just like the wind. With that, I can face whatever comes my way. And so, Theo learned that in life, observation and adaptability were key to overcoming obstacles and thriving in a world full of change. Story: The Crow and the Fire. One sunny afternoon, a clever crow named Kaya was perched on a tall tree, watching the forest below. She loved to observe the world, always thinking and planning, using her sharp mind to understand the world around her. Kaya, curious, thoughtful: "I see many animals in the forest, but I wonder if there is a way to use my intelligence to help them." One day, a sudden fire broke out in the forest. The smoke swirled, and the heat began to spread rapidly. The animals were in a panic, unsure of what to do. But Kaya, watching from above, realized something. She knew the way to the nearby river, where the water could help put out the fire. Kaya determined, thinking, I can use my knowledge of the forest to help the animals escape the fire. But I must act quickly. Kaya flew quickly over the forest, calling out to the animals below. She led them toward the river, where they could find safety from the flames. Kaya knew that using her intelligence and knowledge of the forest was the best way to help those in need. Calling out, guiding, "Follow me, all of you. The river is just ahead. Hurry before the fire spreads further." Finally, the animals arrived at the riverbank, where the fire could not reach them. They stood in the cool water, breathing a sigh of relief. Kaya, perched on a rock, looked down at them with a proud smile, knowing that her intelligence had saved the day. "Kaya, we made it. The fire is far behind us, and now everyone is safe. I used my knowledge of the forest to lead you to safety." From that day on, the animals of the forest always remembered how Kaya used her intelligence and quick thinking to save them. They learned that having talent and knowledge is not enough. It must be used wisely to help others. Knowledge and intelligence are precious gifts, but they are most powerful when used to help those in need. And so, Kaya the Crow taught us all a valuable lesson. Using our talents and intelligence for good can change the lives of others. It's not about what we know, but how we choose to use it. Story: The Hedgehog and the Rosebush. In the heart of a quiet forest, nestled among tall trees and blooming flowers, lived a small hedgehog named Hachi. Hachi was known for his kind heart and gentle spirit. Every day, he would wander through the forest, greeting all the creatures he met along the way. "Good morning, little rabbit. How are you today?" As Hachi wandered deeper into the forest, he came across a beautiful rose bush. The bush was full of vibrant red roses, their petals glistening in the sunlight. However, it was surrounded by thorny vines, making it difficult for anyone to approach. The thorns made it impossible for animals to enjoy the beauty of the roses. Hachi. "Oh no, the roses are so beautiful, but they're hidden behind these thorns. How can anyone enjoy them like this?" Hachi, seeing how beautiful the roses were, came up with a plan. He decided to help the other animals reach the roses by carefully trimming away the thorns so they could enjoy the flowers without fear of getting hurt. Hachi, thoughtful, determined, "I'll carefully trim these thorns so everyone can enjoy the roses safely. It may take time, but it will be worth it." After much careful work, Hachi finally finished his task. The thorns were gone, and the rosebush stood proudly, its red flowers now easily accessible to all the animals of the forest. Hachi, there! Now everyone can enjoy these beautiful roses without fear. I'm so glad I could help. From that day on, the animals in the forest learned a valuable lesson from Hachi. His act of kindness and willingness to help others brought the forest closer together. They realized that sometimes it's not just the beauty we see, but the kindness we share that makes life truly wonderful. Hachi, we don't always see the beauty around us right away, but when we help each other, we can make the world a more beautiful place for everyone. Kindness can turn even the most difficult challenges into opportunities for growth and connection. Just like Hachi the hedgehog, we can all make the world a better place by working together and helping one another. Story: The Mouse and the Cloud. In a beautiful meadow surrounded by tall trees lived a small, curious mouse named Miko. Miko loved to gaze at the sky, watching the clouds drift by, dreaming of flying among them one day. But Miko was small, and mice couldn't fly. Still, that didn't stop him from dreaming. Oh, how wonderful it would be to soar up there, to float freely like the clouds. If only I could fly. Miko's dream of flying seemed impossible, but his heart was full of hope. Every day he would watch the clouds, imagining himself soaring among them. He dreamed of how it would feel to float on the breeze, to see the world from above, free and weightless. Dreaming, eyes wide with imagination. One day, I'll be up there with the clouds, flying high above everything. I'll see the world from a new perspective. One day, as Miko sat dreaming in the meadow, something unexpected happened. A gentle breeze blew by, and one of the clouds seemed to notice the little mouse. It began to float down slowly, closer and closer, until it hovered just above Miko. Miko. "Oh, hello, cloud. Are you here to help me fly?" The cloud, seeing Miko's longing, spoke in a soft, airy voice. Cloud. "Dear Miko, I see your dream of flying, but remember, every creature has its own gift. You do not need to fly to be special. Your heart is full of kindness and courage, and that is what makes you unique." Miko, thoughtful, slightly confused. "But how can I be special if I can't fly like you?" Miko thought deeply about the cloud's words. He realized that his worth wasn't defined by the ability to fly or to do things others could do. He had his own talents, his own unique qualities. And that was enough. "I may not be able to fly like the clouds, but I am still special. I have my own way of making the world a better place." Miko learned that sometimes our dreams may change, but that doesn't mean we're any less important. Each one of us has something special to offer, and the most important thing is to accept ourselves just as we are. Story: The Goldfish and the Wish. In a peaceful, serene pond surrounded by lush greenery, swam a beautiful goldfish named Glimmer. With shimmering golden scales and sparkling eyes, Glimmer was the most graceful fish in the pond. One day, while swimming near the surface, a curious fisherman cast his net and caught her. Glimmer, surprised with wide eyes. "Oh no, what's happening?" Seeing how magnificent Glimmer was, the fisherman was amazed. He had heard legends of magical fish that could grant wishes. He decided to release Glimmer, and in return, she promised to grant him one wish. Glimmer, hopeful with a gentle smile. "I will grant you one wish, kind fisherman. But be careful. Wishes have great power. Think wisely." Fisherman, excited, rubbing his hands together. "I know exactly what I want. I wish for a life of endless wealth and riches." Instantly, the fisherman's humble home transformed into a grand palace. Riches beyond imagination appeared before him. Gold coins, jewels, and fine treasures. But as the days passed, the fisherman's happiness faded. He found that wealth alone could not bring him true joy. Fisherman, disappointed, sitting alone in his new palace. "I have all this wealth, but why do I feel so empty inside?" Unsatisfied, the fisherman returned to the pond and called out to Glimmer, demanding more. "I want even more. A kingdom, all the wealth in the world, everything I could possibly desire." Glimmer appeared again, but this time, her expression was filled with concern. Glimmer, but firm. "Beware, dear fisherman. Greed has a way of taking more than you wish for." Fisherman, angry, demanding, "I wish for everything. Give me all the wealth, power, and kingdoms in the world." With the fisherman's wish granted, the world around him began to crumble. His greed led to chaos, and everything he had gained turned into dust. He watched in horror as his wealth and power faded, realizing that his insatiable desire had caused him to lose everything. Glimmer's voice echoed in his ears. "Glimmer, soft yet filled with wisdom. Greed only leads to loss. True wealth comes from within, not from what you have." Fisherman, kneeling on the ground. "What have I done? I was so foolish, I lost everything." The fisherman learned too late that greed brings nothing but emptiness. Glimmer's lesson stayed with him forever. True happiness comes not from material wealth, but from kindness, contentment, and a grateful heart. The Rabbit and the Butterfly. In a lush, sun-kissed meadow, where the air was filled with the scent of wildflowers and the gentle hum of nature, lived a cheerful rabbit named Tuli. Tuli loved to hop through the fields, his fluffy tail bouncing with every step. One sunny afternoon, as he was nibbling on some fresh grass, a soft fluttering sound caught his attention. Tuli, excited, looking up at the sky. "Oh, what's that beautiful sound?" As Tuli looked up, he saw a delicate butterfly fluttering gracefully through the air. Its wings were a mix of soft pastel colors, pinks, purples, and blues, and they shimmered in the sunlight. The butterfly landed on a nearby flower, resting for a moment before gently flapping its wings again. Butterfly. "Hello there, little rabbit. The meadow is so beautiful today, don't you think?" Tuli, in awe. "Wow, you're so pretty. What's your name?" Over the next few days, Tuli and the butterfly, whom he now called Luna, became fast friends. They would meet every afternoon, and Tuli would share his favorite snacks, sweet clovers and fresh grass. Luna, in return, would show Tuli the best flowers and hidden spots in the meadow where the sunlight shone just right. Tuli, happily, "Here, Luna, I saved this clover just for you." Luna, "Thank you, Tuli. You're such a kind friend. Let me show you something magical today." One day, as Tuli was hopping through the meadow, he found a beautiful patch of flowers he had never seen before. The flowers were a bright, deep red, unlike any others in the meadow. Excited, he rushed to tell Luna. Luna, I found the most amazing flowers. They're so beautiful, and I want to keep them all to myself." Tuli, flowers like these are meant to be shared. True joy comes when we share beautiful things with our friends. Wouldn't you like to see others enjoy them too? Tuli thought about Luna's words and realized she was right. The next day, he invited all his friends, the squirrels, the birds, and even the deer, to enjoy the beautiful patch of flowers. They all gathered, laughing and playing, and the meadow felt even more vibrant with the joy of sharing. Tuli, happy? Sharing flowers with everyone. Come, everyone. Let's enjoy these beautiful flowers together. Luna, smiling from above. See, Tuli? Sharing makes everything more wonderful. And so, Tuli and Luna learned that true happiness comes not from keeping things for ourselves, but from sharing with those around us. Their friendship grew even stronger, and they spent many more days in the meadow, filled with laughter, kindness, and the joy of sharing. Story: The Parrot and the Cat. In a beautiful, dense forest filled with tall trees and colorful flowers, there was a small clearing where a parrot named Pio loved to perch. Pio was vibrant, with bright green feathers and a splash of red and yellow on his wings. He loved to sing songs and watch the forest come to life. One sunny morning, as he was humming a tune, a rustling sound from the bushes caught his attention. Pio, curiously, perched on a branch. "What's that sound? It seems like something is stirring in the bushes." Out of the bushes appeared a sleek, black cat named Miri. Miri had fur as dark as the night sky, with striking golden eyes that seemed to sparkle with mystery. She was a little cautious, her ears twitching as she scanned her surroundings. She looked up and noticed Pio perched on the tree. Miri, mewing softly, stepping out of the bushes. "Hello, little parrot. I didn't mean to startle you. I was just exploring the forest and came across this beautiful clearing." "Oh, hello there. I've never seen you around before. What brings you to this part of the forest?" As Pio and Miri chatted, the peaceful atmosphere was suddenly interrupted by a loud growl. From the shadows of the forest emerged a large, menacing wolf, its sharp teeth glinting in the sunlight. Miri immediately froze, her fur standing on end, while Pio's feathers ruffled in alarm. "Wolf, well, what do we have here? A parrot and a cat alone in the woods. You look like easy prey." Though they were scared, Pio and Miri quickly realized they needed to work together to escape. Pio had a clever idea. He whispered to Miri, urging her to climb up the tree, while he would distract the wolf with his loud squawks. Pio, whispering urgently, "Quick, climb the tree. I'll keep him distracted." Miri, nodding with determination, "You're right, let's do this together." Pio's loud squawks caught the wolf off guard, and while the wolf snarled in frustration, Miri reached the top of the tree. She called down to Pio, who quickly flew up to join her. Realizing he could not catch them, the wolf growled in frustration before turning and disappearing into the shadows of the forest. "Wolf, you may have won this time, but I'll be back." Pio triumphantly perched on a high branch. "We did it, Miri. We worked together," Miri smiling proudly, looking down at. "We make a great team." And so Pio and Miri learned that with courage and teamwork, they could overcome even the most daunting challenges. By working together, they had proven that strength comes not from one, but from the unity of friends. That's the end of today's adventure. We hope you enjoyed these 15 animal fairy tales that explore the secrets of the wild. Every story holds a lesson, and nature always has something to teach us. Which tale was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pets Joy Moments. Join us for more heartwarming fairy tales, magical adventures, and wisdom from the animal kingdom. See you in the next story. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and keep exploring the wonders of nature.